Starbucks faces major challenges with store closures and job cuts. In a striking move indicative of deep-rooted issues, Starbucks has announced substantial store closures and plans for layoffs as part of CEO Brian Niccol's ambitious strategy to breathe new life into the struggling coffee giant. This decision has put the spotlight on the ongoing challenges the company faces amid changing consumer preferences and increased competition in the coffee market. On Thursday, Niccol revealed that the company will shutter hundreds of its cafes this month, constituting roughly 1% of its total locations. As of the end of June, Starbucks had 18,734 stores across North America, a number that will dwindle to approximately 18,300 by the close of September. This contraction is not merely a matter of geography. It's a calculated effort to align its retail footprint with expectations for financial performance and customer experience. The anticipated cost of restructuring these efforts could soar to a staggering $1 billion. Interestingly, Starbucks shares SBUX showed minimal movement in pre-market trading, indicating market conditions may already reflect the challenges ahead. In a heartfelt letter to employees, Niccol discussed the rationale behind the closures, emphasizing a thorough assessment of each store's viability. The locations identified for closure were those deemed unable to foster the welcoming ambience that both customers and partners expect, as well as areas that lacked a promising path to profitability. Starbucks has a history of closing underperforming locations. However, Niccol underscored that this decisive step is unlike previous actions, as it carries significant implications. This is not just a routine adjustment. It represents a more profound change that will undoubtedly affect our partners and loyal customers. Our coffee houses are essential community hubs, and deciding to close any of them is never easy, he explained. Despite these difficult decisions, which are set to be implemented before the fiscal year ends next week, Starbucks is optimistic about future growth. The company plans to revamp over 1,000 cafes to create a more inviting atmosphere, featuring comfortable seating, an abundance of power outlets, and a warmer color palette that encourages customers to linger and enjoy their time. In addition to the store closings, Starbucks is also embarking on another round of layoffs, with an additional 900 corporate roles being eliminated, on top of nearly 1,000 layoffs announced back in February. Employees affected by these layoffs will be notified soon and will receive generous severance packages alongside support services. Furthermore, a significant number of open positions will also be closed, marking a broader restructuring effort. Niccol acknowledged the personal impact of these decisions, stating, "I realize how these changes affect not just our partners, but their families as well. And such choices were not made lightly. However, I firmly believe these measures are essential for building a stronger, more resilient Starbucks that deepens its impact on the world and opens up greater opportunities for everyone connected to our brand, from partners to local suppliers and the communities we serve." Having joined Starbucks approximately a year ago, Niccol was brought in to help revive the iconic brand, but financial indicators show that this turnaround has yet to materialize. Currently, the company's stock has declined by roughly 12%, and sales have not shown the expected recovery. To navigate these challenges, Niccol has streamlined the menu by about 30%, while also introducing trendy new items that align with consumer demands, such as protein toppings and coconut water-based drinks. In tandem with this culinary evolution, Starbucks is also enhancing its food offerings by rolling out new baked goods, including croissants that are expected to attract more customers. Beyond major redesigns, Starbucks is focusing on smaller adjustments, such as the reintroduction of self-serve milk and sugar stations, and personal touches like doodles on coffee cups. Reflecting its deep-rooted coffee heritage, The company has even rebranded itself as Starbucks Coffee Company. However, not all changes have been well received. Some baristas have expressed their discontent over updated uniform policies, resulting in a legal dispute. Moreover, the introduction of more complex drinks has added to the stress for baristas, particularly during peak hours, raising questions about whether the company's push for innovation is in alignment with the realities of daily operations at its locations. As Starbucks navigates these turbulent waters, it's clear that the implications of these decisions will be felt far and wide. And as we look to the future, one must wonder, are these steps enough to steer Starbucks back on track? Or are they merely addressing the symptoms of a deeper issue within the company? What are your thoughts on these changes? Do you believe they will revitalize the brand? Or do you see potential pitfalls ahead? Share your opinions in the comments.